My son, Jazz, when he was 2.5 years old, sustained a brain injury after a fall down the stairs in our apartment. He flipped, he rode a pedal bike through our kitchen and flipped down a couple of steps, and it happened that there was a rowing machine propped up in the hallway in our apartment. So when he came down, he flipped onto the handle of the rowing machine and the screw punctured his forehead. And he's been pretty much in a state of decline since that time. He's now 8 years old. No? Need help?
Yeah.
Oh, you made it loud. Can you do me a favor?
What?
Show me where your nose is. Where's your eyes? Do you remember where your eyes are? Is that your eyes? Where's your eyes?
There they are. There's my eyes.
Those are your eyes? You must see some really special things. Where's your mouth? Oh yeah, that's your mouth. Where's your ears? How many do you have? Two. Before the fall, Jazz was a very happy, engaged, really bright little boy, expansive vocabulary, sort of beyond his years. And afterward, he sort of faded out a little bit. He stopped making eye contact. That was sort of the beginning of things. And then over time, he became what's called functionally blind. He developed cortical visual impairment, which means that his brain doesn't process what's going on in the world around him, and lost his language, lost autonomy, lost the ability to dress himself and do even the most basic day-to-day things. No? Do you know what this is?
What?
Do you know what this shape is?
No.
It has 3 sides and they're all the same. Do you know what that is?
A circle.
No. Good guess. Triangle. Severe retractable epilepsy, cortical visual impairment, visual aphasia, and Landau-Kleffner syndrome, which is, again, another form of severe advanced epilepsy that can ultimately lead to very severe autism and the complete loss of language. So those are the sort of checkbox diagnoses, if you will. But at the end of the day, what his diagnosis is brain injury. He has a severe diffuse brain injury in the occipital and temporal regions of his brain, and it affects his midbrain and cortical brain function. The spider didn't answer. She was very busy.
Spinning your web.
Right. Moo, moo, said the
Cow.
Get your fingers in your nose. Oink, oink, grunted the dog. Dog says oink.
No.
Who says oink, oink?
No.
Don't remember? Pig, that's right. You want to roll in the
Mud.
right.
Should I see the mud? He
lost the ability to recognize everyday objects, differentiate colors, understand the function of things. So if I hand him a shirt, he doesn't know what it is, therefore he doesn't know where it goes. So he could no longer dress himself. When you lose the ability to label and identify your world, then none of it makes any sense. And probably the most painful piece of all as his mom is that he lost the ability to recognize me. He can't see me. He can't recognize me by my face. So what we're looking at doing next is taking him to an institute in the United States. It's located in Philadelphia. They specialize in brain injury. They understand brain injury on every level. They've spent 5 decades helping to heal children, children who have been revived from coma. Blind children can see, deaf children learn to hear, insensate children learn to feel. They understand how the brain works, and they treat the brain at the level of the injury, at the source of the injury, and basically sort of rewrite the neural pathways, if you will. They're who I consider the grandfathers of neuroplasticity. I've discovered them through years and years of sort of incessant research, and one piece of information leads to another, which leads to another, and then lo and behold, I found this place. And as far as I can ascertain right now, it's the only hope we have. I was frankly flabbergasted by the work that they're doing and the level of professionalism, and so my plan now is to go back. Jazir will come with me, and we'll do a very extensive evaluation. So one day is spent entirely dedicated to evaluation, and the second day is spent entirely dedicated to creating a very specifically tailored, unique to him program, home treatment program that then we come back and implement. What we've already done so far is working. And I know that this will be the thing that allows us to bring him back to the place that he belongs. My goal is for this trip is to raise $10,000. There's a very, very detailed assessment, very, very detailed level of attention required to creating the programming. And then, of course, there are travel costs, accommodations, meals, certain materials required in order to, implement the program at home, and some nutritional requirements, supplements, that sort of thing. So all told, it adds up to about $10,000. So that's my fundraising goal for this trip. I know that he's still in there. I've seen enough evidence over the years watching his decline. Bits of him will shine through. Bits of his vocabulary that he used to have he can bring it forward. So I know that he's still in there. He's sort of trapped inside this body and inside this brain that's just hurt. And if we can heal the hurt, then I can have my little boy back and he can have a shot at a childhood again.